Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a story that'll make you spit out your tap water. You might think you know the story of fluoride, but know this. It's a wild ride that goes back over a century. The tale of fluoride starts, believe it or not, with an environmental disaster. Picture this: the early 20th century, a time of rapid industrial growth and little regard for environmental consequences. Back in the early 1900s, aluminum production was booming, but it came with a toxic byproduct: fluoride. Aluminum factories were churning out metal for everything from airplanes to household goods, but they were also spewing out fluoride emissions that had nowhere to go. This stuff was wreaking havoc, poisoning crops and livestock. Farmers were finding their fields barren and their animals sick. The fluoride was contaminating the soil and water, leading to widespread agricultural damage. Enter the brilliant minds of industry who, and get this, decided the problem wasn't the poison itself, but where to put it. These industrial leaders were faced with a dilemma: how to dispose of this toxic waste without incurring massive costs or legal repercussions. Their solution? Convince everyone it was good for teeth. They saw an opportunity to rebrand fluoride from a dangerous pollutant to a beneficial additive. The idea was to market it as a dental health miracle, capable of preventing cavities and promoting oral hygiene. And so began the great fluoride experiment, adding it to our water supply with the promise of brighter smiles. Municipalities across the country started fluoridating their water, believing they were doing a public service by improving dental health. But wait, there's more. Turns out some of the earliest research on fluoride's dental benefits was funded by, you guessed it, the same industries that needed to get rid of their toxic waste. Coincidence? Absolutely not. These studies were often biased, designed to show positive results while downplaying any potential risks. This right here, folks, is the foundation upon which our fluoride obsession is built, a history riddled with corporate greed and questionable science. The narrative was carefully crafted to benefit industrial interests, and over time, it became accepted as common knowledge that fluoride was essential for dental health. Today, fluoride is ubiquitous. It's in our toothpaste, our mouthwash, and yes, still in our water supply. But the origins of its use are far from the wholesome story we've been told. It's a tale of industrial waste repurposed and sold to the public under the guise of health benefits. Modern research continues to examine the effects of fluoride, with some studies questioning its safety and efficacy. While many health organizations still endorse its use, there is a growing movement advocating for more transparency and caution. Communities around the world are now debating whether to continue fluoridating their water. Some have already stopped, citing concerns over potential health risks and the ethical implications of mass medication. So, the next time you take a sip of tap water or brush your teeth, remember the complex history behind fluoride. It's a story of innovation, manipulation, and ongoing debate, and it all started with a problem of industrial waste. The origin of fluoride use is a fascinating chapter in the story of public health and industrial progress. It's a reminder that sometimes the solutions to our problems are not as straightforward as they seem. Now, let's talk about why you should be concerned. Fluoride is not some harmless mineral. It's a toxic substance that has no place in our bodies. Think about it. We're told it's good for our teeth, yet it's added to our water supply, not just toothpaste. Why? Because fluoride doesn't just sit on your teeth. It gets absorbed into your bloodstream, accumulating in your bones and tissues over time. And what does this buildup do? Well, studies have linked fluoride exposure to a laundry list of health problems. We're talking everything from lowered IQ in children to thyroid dysfunction, bone fragility, and even an increased risk of certain cancers. And you probably don't even want to know what it does to your pineal gland, which is the tiny gland responsible for regulating your sleep cycle and hormone production. This is extremely serious stuff. Fluoride is not something to be messed with. So, where is this insidious substance hiding? You might be surprised to learn that fluoride is more common than you think. It's not just in the places you expect, like your toothpaste or mouthwash. This sneaky chemical has found its way into many aspects of our daily lives, often without us even realizing it. Well, you might want to sit down for this one because it's practically unavoidable. Fluoride is everywhere, and it's not just in the obvious places. It's in the water we drink, the food we eat, and even the air we breathe. The extent of its presence is truly shocking. Let's start with the obvious: your tap water. Municipal water supplies in many countries add fluoride to help reduce tooth decay. While this might sound beneficial, The long-term effects of consuming fluoride-laced water are still a topic of debate among scientists and health experts. Yep, that refreshing glass of H2O could be laced with this toxic substance. Every time you take a sip, you could be ingesting small amounts of fluoride. Over time, these small amounts can add up, potentially leading to health issues. And don't think for a second that you're off the hook if you buy bottled water, because many brands add fluoride for that extra health kick. But there's more. Even some bottled waters that claim to be pure and natural can contain added fluoride. Always check the label to be sure. Your toothpaste and mouthwash, loaded with fluoride. These dental products are designed to help protect your teeth, but they also contribute to your overall fluoride intake. Be mindful of how much you use and consider fluoride-free alternatives if you're concerned. That morning cup of coffee? Guess what? If it's made with tap water, you're getting a dose of fluoride. So it's not just coffee either. Any beverage made with tap water, like tea or soup, will contain fluoride. It's a hidden ingredient in many of our favorite drinks and meals. And for all the seafood lovers out there, even shellfish can accumulate high levels of fluoride from the ocean. Marine life absorbs fluoride from the water, and when we consume seafood, we're also consuming the fluoride they've accumulated. This is especially true for shellfish, which can have higher concentrations. It's enough to make you want to swear off modern life and become a hermit, right? The sheer ubiquity of fluoride can feel overwhelming. It seems like no matter what you do, you can't escape it. But don't despair or lose hope just yet. We're going to share some simple ways you can protect yourself and your family from this pervasive toxin. There are practical steps you can take to reduce your fluoride exposure and make healthier choices. Stay tuned to learn how you can navigate this fluoride-filled world with confidence and peace of mind. Now that you've been thoroughly scared, it's time to talk solutions. Rest assured, you do not have to resign yourself to a life of fluoride exposure. There are simple steps you can take to minimize your risk and take control of your health. First things first. Let's tackle that tap water. Investing in a high-quality water filter is your first line of defense. Look for filters that specifically remove fluoride and make sure to replace them regularly. Another option is a high-quality water ionizer, which not only purifies your water and removes fluoride, but also adds healthy minerals. Another option is oral hygiene. Ditch the fluoride-laden toothpaste and mouthwash. There are plenty of natural alternatives that are just as effective, if not more so. Baking soda, for example, is a natural whitener and deodorizer. Coconut oil has antibacterial properties, and hydrogen peroxide can help kill bacteria and whiten teeth. And for a simple, refreshing rinse, try using salt water. So now you know the deadly truth about fluoride. For years, we've been led to believe that fluoride is essential for our dental health, and that it strengthens our teeth and prevents cavities. But the reality is far more sinister. Fluoride, a byproduct of industrial waste, has been quietly introduced into our water supply under the guise of public health. We've been lied to for decades about its supposed benefits, with countless studies and experts touting its safety and efficacy. However, these claims often come from sources with vested interests, funded by industries that profit from fluoride's widespread use. While the powers that be have been quietly poisoning our water supply and our bodies, the evidence of fluoride's harmful effects has been mounting. Studies have linked fluoride exposure to a range of health issues, including thyroid dysfunction, neurological problems, and even lower IQ in children. The good news? Well, now that you know the truth, you can do something about it. Knowledge is the first step towards empowerment. By educating yourself and others, you can take proactive measures to protect your health and the health of your loved ones. Don't be fooled by the slick marketing campaigns and the expert opinions bought and paid for by the industries that profit from our ignorance. These entities have a vested interest in keeping the public misinformed and complacent. Take control of your health and the health of your loved ones. Start by making small, manageable changes in your daily routine. Opt for fluoride-free toothpaste. Invest in a high-quality water filter or ionizer. And be mindful of the products you bring into your home. Make the switch to fluoride-free alternatives and start reducing your exposure today. But don't stop there. Spread the word. The more people who are aware of the dangers of fluoride, the stronger our collective voice becomes. Share this information with your friends, family, and everyone you know. Use social media platforms, community meetings, and casual conversations to raise awareness. The ripple effect of informed individuals can lead to significant change. The more people who are aware of the dangers of fluoride, the more pressure we can put on those in power to finally put an end to this mass medication. Public awareness can drive policy changes and force regulatory bodies to reconsider their stance on fluoride. The more pressure we apply, the closer we get to a fluoride-free future. Remember, knowledge is power, and together, we can create a healthier future for ourselves and generations to come. Advocacy and activism are crucial in this fight. Imagine a world where our children and grandchildren can grow up without the threat of fluoride poisoning. It's a future worth fighting for. Now go forth and spread the word. Every conversation, shared post, and community meeting brings us one step closer to a fluoride-free world. Your voice matters, and your actions can inspire others to join the cause. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more hard-hitting truths and tips for taking control of your health.